Hello, Instagram.
We're here.
Hello, TikTok. Hello, Instagram. Hello,
You can
YouTube.
see
It's
from the struggle bus. Getting a
definitely
live stream started.
I know for a fact this jacket is not entirely in the YouTube stream, and I do want to apologize for that.
You just have to imagine the bottom of a very long coat.
It's yeah, we'll talk about it. We
What are
good?
we looking at here, guys? What are we...
Pew 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 pew.
You're looking at us, looking dressed up for the
Looking at you, kid.
dressed up in shirts that are kind of too small because we don't wear them that often. But
Okay, all right. You don't have to blow all our secrets.
sorry,
We
Mine-
don't wear button-ups.
mine's not
that
even.
often.
My tie is tied incorrectly. First of all, it's way too long on the front. But also, my shirt is not even buttoned up because it's too
The
small.
people don't know that.
Give 'em a
You
little-
don't have to.
Give him a little BTS. Give him a little.
I don't think they
You know,
need it.
you are giving like sleazy casino blackjack dealer right now.
You honestly, the new Gambit movie that they were supposed to make.
Okay.
I'm really feeling
All right. Hello, everybody. We're here to talk about the Marquis
the
vest
Marquis vest
and the Helsing coat
and the regular Helsing, which is you can't see
and
it.
a new color of the regular Helsing that I'll be putting on in a moment.
Yeah.
I don't have a blackout because I feel like black is a color that's probably easiest to
The Marquis vest.
imagine.
Yeah, I think you can imagine it coming in.
Stop. As soon as I get my hair right, and I still stop messing with my hair.
Stop messing with your hair.
It gets in my face. I don't like it. I need a haircut. Okay.
Yeah.
What was I just saying? Marquis vests. Let's talk about those first.
So let's talk about them. What are they? Where are they? What are they for? Where do you get them?
They're vests. You get them here.
Yes, you can buy them now.
Marquis vest, the newest vest. It's got this really interesting collar opening. It really begs for some interesting neckwear. All I had was this black tie here.
Buddy, if you got cravats, if you got ascots,
Ascots.
bow ties,
Regular ties.
bolos.
You name it. Kyle, our model in the content shoot, one of our models, Leslie was around there, also wearing this tie. He had an assortment of things, different textures, different styles. They really look cool with anything you want to put under, as well as looking cool.
Just on its own.
On its own. as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, they're really like open for showcasing neckwear. So they've got this interesting kind of silhouette. The other interesting thing is the fabric. So Leslie is wearing the jacquard, is the name of the pattern. I think that's how it's pronounced, jacquard.
And it's a the colorway is called gemstone.
Gemstone.
But you
Yes.
can
So it's
see the pattern of
the actual color name is teal. It is definitely more of a blue than a green, I would say. Yeah. The other is called dusk, which is this guy. It is not the same pattern. It is a more of a satin finish. Sorry, it's a little wrinkled. I haven't had time to. I would call it kind of a plum color, purpley plum color. And the other one is blackout. Blackout is with this fabric, but it is
black.
So
Are these just in men's cuts? That's women's cuts too.
Yes, they come in both cuts for
the gems. Well,
so gemstone is in both cuts.
yes.
But the other two colors, blackout and dust, are in the men's cut only.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit on the Discord server, but greens and blues are colors that we often hear are the most popular. Make more things in greens and blues for our curvy cut customers. So that's why we chose this. Ideally, we would like to do lots of interesting colors in both cuts, but at this point, we kind of like are going with the one that is the
one that we think
people
will like best.
Yeah, look best.
tell me a little bit about the size of it. Is it kind of like true to size? Does it run small? Does it run large?
True to size. So
Marquis
these are
vest or true to size?
These are what we call flex fit. We'll talk about true fit with the wax canvas in a minute. So we call them flex fit because they have these vents in the back here. And they're made out of a material that's got a little bit of stretch to it, not a ton. So yeah, these are true to size, but they have a little bit of, compared to techwear or wax canvas, they have a little bit of stretch to them.
Yes.
So
I'm in a 35. You're in a
41, which is my
41.
normal volante sizes.
Yes.
They go by chest size or the largest size that you have.
Largest part around.
Yes.
Um,
Other questions?
yeah. Is it lined on the inside? Is there any lining on the inside of the vest?
No, it's just like our other. I mean, yeah, it's lined. It's lined on the with the liner. It's called Xanadu is the name of it. But if you've ever had another vest from us, or really kind of any high end vest, they have a similar kind of construction. This is constructed in a very similar way. It does have pockets that work on the front. You can fit credit cards or maybe a small like watch or a pocket knife or something in them if you wanted to.
Or an ace, or
Yes. Or a jack. Yeah. Any other questions?
Are there any inside pockets?
to the vets?
Yeah.
No, and there never have been.
What about TikTok, YouTube, any or Instagram?
Bay Stater Vader says I checked these out yesterday in the stock room. Amazing and very sharp. So that's our
High
guy, Mike.
Yes. Thank you.
One
We-
recommendation.
People have been asking for more colors, so we were like, let's do some interesting colors. We have the AV4. We are launching the AV4 again. I don't remember the exact same month, but we always do the AV4 in popular colors and they sell out.
Oh, I don't think we're doing the AV4 until next year.
Really?
I don't think we'll have another AV4 this year.
Okay. The AV4 is that other kind of like, we stock it every 6 months or so with cool and interesting colors.
Cool and interesting to know.
So this was another chance to make something that wasn't just in black. It's black accents, but yeah, it's some cool colors. All right, so let's talk about this thing.
Let's talk about the Helsings.
So this we're calling the Helsing coat. We also call it the long Helsing. Like we couldn't think of a clear and gratifying name for it, so we went with Helsing coat. So it is probably. If you want to hand me the other one,
I'd like to call that one the Helsing and this one the Von Helsing.
Okay. You have that. If you hold it up next to me for people.
But I'm so small.
So hold it even with my shoulders. It's probably
Ah,
extra foot, maybe 16 inches of extra fabric. So I'm 6 feet tall, a hair under 6'1", and this is.
I wonder if anyone can guess of the two colors of these, like of the two names of the colors, which one is Tombstone, which one is Gravestone.
Yeah, one's gravestone and one's.
yeah,
tombstone.
everyone vote. We're not going to tell you which. Everyone vote in the chat. Which one's Tombstone and which one's Gravestone?
Most of the people watching probably know. But yeah, it's probably an extra 16 inches of length. If you have followed Volante Design for a while, you would recognize, without saying their names, that both the Helsing and the Helsing coat are iterations of previous designs that we
Yeah. They're
People-
perfect for hunting vampires.
had. Yeah, hunting beasts, perhaps.
Many varieties.
People have really been asking for a long version. We did not make a lot of these.
Do I have to keep holding this?
No, you can put it down.
Great.
I'll put it on in a minute. We didn't make a lot of these. I think we only made around 40 or so of the long ones. So if you've been looking for one, now's your chance to grab it. It is a complete. I mean, it is long. So if you really want a long, dramatic wax trench coat, this is
I
your
like calling them a duster.
duster. Yeah. This
Any
is-
pockets on the inside of this coat?
Obviously.
Yeah. So same pocket situation as all of our other long coats. 2 pockets inside.
Also, we don't ever really talk about it, but
You
one
can
of my
vent in the back.
One of my favorite, okay, don't do that. One of my favorite features of the Helsing is that, so it's wax canvas, which means that it's weather resistant, water resistant, and the pockets are covered. So you can store things in your pockets without worrying that they're going to actually fill up with water or get wet, which is my favorite feature of the Helsing that we don't really talk about that often.
So can I wear this if I'm super short? If I'm under 6 foot, is it gonna drag on the floor?
I mean, maybe,
Mhm.
but like, it's pretty cool, anyways. No, I mean, if you,
Yeah, I mean,
it's not too dissimilar from the Virgil
keep rocking
or.
in the USA, but
I mean, it's impossible to design a long coat. I mean, if you're that short, just buy a regular Helsing, and then it would be even longer on you. So, I mean, these
Wow.
cover, yeah, they cover a pretty
It's
wide.
nice.
I would say if you're under 5'6", 5'4", then a standard length Helsing is probably not going to be too different from this guy on a 6 foot plus person. So I mean, yeah, if you're 5 feet tall, this thing is probably going to be too long for you. But that's kind of just
then just get the regular Helsing.
yeah, that's just one of the things about designing a long and a shorter version, and buy the shorter version. But yeah, it's a good question. I mean, it is long. It's very long. So be aware when you get it that it
Can I put it on?
if you want. I don't think it touches the ground.
I mean, it'll be big on me anyway because it's not my size or my cut, but
Yeah, I'll put on the other
so I'm 5'1.5".
5'1.5".
I'm probably 5'3".
Most decidedly not 5'3".
Heroes of Evermore says, I'm your Huckleberry.
There we go. No, you don't get the reference? You wouldn't.
I get it, yeah.
What is it then?
Oh,
I mean,
that isn't so bad. I don't know if you can see. So I'm 5'3".
2. To be honest with people, you're 5'2".
I'm just shy of 6'1", like he is.
I'm 6 feet and 0.75.
But so I'm 5'2", 5'3". It doesn't touch the floor. It's very close, but
It's
it doesn't touch the floor.
So we'll say if you're 5 foot and under, then the standard length Helsing would probably be the way to go. If you are 5 foot or higher, I don't know what that is in centimeters, I'm sorry, or meters, then the
long
The long Helsing will be
long.
fine. It will be extremely long.
Yes.
If that's what you're looking for, then
Got a hair.
got a hair. Sorry, play over here. This is the spoiler alert tombstone.
Did you guess?
Yeah.
Could you even guess?
Tombstone, gravestone. I really like the gray with the purple. Looks great with the purple and the black. I know a lot of people said that they like the gray in the long coat. We were originally thinking to do the long coat in the gray, but we knew that the brown was extremely popular, both the other design that we had and also with the current Helsing. So we wanted to do it in brown because we know that's a color people like.
Heroes of Evermore says, these are awesome. I agree. I think that's right. There's a win on YouTube says, if the vests don't sell out beforehand, are there any plans to take them to New York City Comic Con?
Yeah, if they're not sold, I think we'll take them there.
Yeah, we'll talk about New York Comic Con in just a minute.
As always, the sort of disclaimer that we always have to give is if you're going to wait to get something at a show, just know it might not be there.
Yeah, we did make a full run of the vests. So, I mean, we do have, a decent amount of them. But
Yeah, you should see them at New York Comic Con.
but as always, if you're at the lower end or upper end of the spectrum, we make the fewest of them, or make the least of those.
We always try to
So-
clothe as many people, so we always try to make the most popular.
Yeah, so if you're in like the low 40s, if you're like a 41 or a 43, there's a good chance there'll be some left. If you're 37, we have like 2 of these in 37. So, or 3. So, I mean, your chances of snagging one if you are at the lower or the higher end is less. So, yeah.
And then Eternity Shard on YouTube says, please show us the best collar. The website describes it as asymmetrical for an interesting collar wearing options, but all the photos on the website are the same.
Asymmetrical is probably the wrong word.
Mhm.
I think
It's very symmetrical.
it is symmetrical. You could take it and
Steam it.
sort of so this is not set, this seam here. So if you wanted if you wanted it a little bit more asymmetrical, you could kind of adjust it. I think asymmetrical, did we use the word asymmetrical? I think we did.
We shouldn't have.
I think asymmetrical, we were thinking of the opposite, which would be symmetrical.
They did look a little asymmetrical on pile too, I think.
It may have been folded, so you can fold it in a way where one side is kind of bigger than the other, or that it is different. But yeah, no, it's not asymmetrical. It is pretty symmetrical. On
Quite
both sides.
symmetrical,
Yeah, like
actually.
they're not separate.
It's
even
actually
the folds.
asymmetrical.
Or symmetrical. Yeah. It is pretty. So the way that it's constructed is it's got these 2 pieces up top that come down and then come out into these pieces in the front. Like this, but these are like pressed in very creased lines here.
So they're stitched up here,
Yeah.
but not.
So there is a, you could make them smaller, you could even make them a little larger, but the symmetry stays the same. So I think all of us had a collective kind of brain fart. We're so used to using the word asymmetrical with everything that we have.
Well, a lot of Volante designs are asymmetrical.
Yeah, I mean even the bottom. No, the
Nope,
Helsing's not.
very symmetrical. Still,
We have a lot of stuff that is the Corvo vest. We have a lot of stuff that is asymmetrical.
not these though.
Not these though. They are symmetrical. Sorry.
That looks like all the questions for now.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. So we'll talk about New York Comic Con for a second, and then
Oh,
we'll
okay.
go back. Yeah, I just wanted to. So New York Comic Con, it's happening in a couple of weeks.
We're gonna be there.
We are going to be there. We didn't want to let everyone know. Now we'll let you know multiple times. Abby and myself will be going this year in a more kind of media presence.
Mhm.
So we're going to be doing some cool stuff like customer interviews, and I'm even going to be doing some customer photo shoots. So I'm going to set up some times for. I'm going to put out a call for people if you've got a Volante jacket or vest or whatever, and you're in the New York area or New York Comic Con. I'm going to set up some times, maybe a time or two, probably in the morning before Comic-Con, to shoot some content with our customers. Abby's going to be filming some testimonials, so if you have a Volante item and you want to talk about it,
Yes.
Abby and I are going to be there. So we're going to be working the booth for a few hours, but Abby and I will be there in a different capacity this year. So if you've been, it'll be a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But the booth itself is
Exciting.
Lots
of new stuff.
We've got some new lights, some new banners. It looks very different. We've got, it's a lot brighter and a lot lighter. Key and Gang are going to be there in the normal capacity. We have a big booth at 10 by 30. So yeah, stop by and see us. But we're gonna be announcing next week, and then even before the show starts, the week after,
We'll remind you.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
We also have got some special. We've got some special things that are coming out around New York Comic Con as well. So we'll be talking about that in the next couple weeks.
So yes, if you're going to New York Comic Con, obviously come find us. But even if you're just in the area and not going to the con itself, we still want to see you.
Yeah, if you got some.
Thanks.
Welcome. If you've got some. Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know the exact time. I've still yet to set that up. But one of the things we wanted to talk about is getting more content with the fans. So that's why Abby had the idea to shoot some testimonial videos. So if you have Volante products and you really like them and you want to be maybe featured on our website, or we really want to build kind of more of a fan ethos. We are a company that's really driven by the passion of our customers and our fans.
Yeah.
So we want to find a way to lean into that a little more. New York Comic Con seems like. So if you want some photos taken, I'm going to be there with my gear. We're going to be making content for not for our own purposes, but we'll let you know the time and place. And yeah, if you want some photos taken and you want to do a little bit of practice and modeling, just let us know. But we will send the details and put out kind of a call beforehand.
Yay!
All right. Any questions? New York Comic Con questions or?
Looks like it. I think you guys have answered everything very clear.
All right. You want to wrap up?
Yes. What are we wearing?
No, you wrap up. What are we wearing?
Oh, okay. Great.
I've been talking so much. You can talk.
Why am I even in this stream? We are wearing the Marquis vests, which are out now in 2 cuts and 3 colors. Gemstone, Dusk, and Blackout are the 3 Marquis vest colors.
Same fabric as this, but black.
You can get them now for $225, which is the usual price of our vests. They're fabulous.
What about the deal that we're doing too for the first?
Oh my goodness, we're doing a deal.
Let's end with that.
Great.
So what else do we have?
We also have the Helsing that you know and love in a new color, Tombstone, which is this light gray. We also have the Helsing coat, or the Long Helsing, or the Van Helsing, as I would call it, which is the long version of the Helsing that you know and love. And these, gosh, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 items? No, 5 items?
6 between if you want to count the cut, if you want to count so we have the vest and the curvy cut. So really it's about 6 different new things.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But we also, for the next 24 hours, if you want to
If you buy any Helsing
get a Helsing
and any Marquis vest,
you
get $50 off.
$50 off.
So you could buy a women's Helsing and a men's Marquis vest. You could buy a long Helsing and a Marquis vest, a regular Helsing and a Marquis vest. Doesn't matter. Any combo of a Helsing and a Marquis vest, you get $50 off.
Yes.
Get there.
Yeah.
Baby.
So that's happening until tomorrow. Just a little bit of a thank you, a little bit of promo for people who maybe have been waiting for the return of the long Helsing or really like the way it looks in any of the photos and you really want to kind of put them together. Oh shoot, that reminds me. Would you mind going and grabbing me a Rook in 41 too?
Oh.
I would be remiss. So David really designed the Marquis vest to look nice with a Rook.
Oh.
So I want to show it with a Rook too.
Yes. I think the colors are fit one another. No?
They don't fit, but they were designed to look nice.
They don't echo one another?
There's some.
Interesting.
Yeah, but we really showed this. No deal with the Rook. I wanted to show it. The Helsing we really like. We think they go together well.
I think they do go together.
Thematically. So we really wanted to do that. But I also wanted to show it with a Rook. I totally forgot. We will be making some more content to show it. But if you own a Rook, and you want a Marquis vest, I just wanted to show what it looks like. Help me out here.
You can't find your other arm.
Jamal Taylor says, "Guess I'm bringing all the jackets and vests."
There you go. Yes.
Right. So
Oh yes, yes. So
Yeah.
you back up one in there. You get the, that as well as that.
yeah, the way that it's open. Plus, you could even take the rook and close it in the front,
And still.
and
have the-
still have the kind of like
You'd have to line yourself up.
kind of same look for the.
Oh, I do like that.
But yeah, if you did it this one.
That's a little better than the Helsing.
Yeah, I mean, we really showed it with the Helsing because we are launching the Helsing now. But during the winter, we'll probably show the Rook and the Marquis vest.
I will say one thing that I really like about the Marquis vest is that the vibe changes so much based on what else you're wearing with it.
And the neckwear changes a lot too.
The neckwear changes a lot. Yeah, it is a statement piece, but like this is giving a kind of like gentleman pea coat kind of thing, whereas the Helsing is giving to me a bit more like an Old West kind of vibe, and without a jacket is a totally different look altogether.
Yeah.
If the Marquis was designed with the Rook in mind, will there be a Marquis in the classic Victorian fog colorway?
Maybe.
A good question.
If the Marquis vest, I will say if the Marquis vest is popular, it is definitely a really good candidate for fun and interesting patterns.
It will probably, we'll probably do with it like we do with the AV4, where we release limited runs of really engaging and interesting.
It would be really
Yeah.
cool as like the Novus Noir version of the AV4. Would be cool. So yes,
So
definitely.
we hope it does well.
Be
We
great
hope you
for
love
wools
it.
or like different patterns, maybe more kind of brocade, more like flowery finishes, things like that. So in a similar way to the AV4, but just with a more. Did you have a question?
No, yeah. Tetsuki 109 says, "Any chance to have more colors with the Rook? I missed out on the blue the last time."
Ooh.
Brooke.
Good
Possibly.
question. We've been kicking around the idea. The Rook is it's a really good seller, but it's really only it's really a seasonal seller. In a
Of
lot
course,
ways.
of course.
So we sell a lot of them in the winter, and because it is kind of a big, expensive coat to manufacture, we really kind of base its restocking on like how well it sells seasonally.
But please drop your thoughts for colors that you'd
Yeah.
like to see. Obviously, we've done the blue.
The
we've
blue
done the
was really
green.
popular. We kicked around. Emily has one in black that's really cool.
Oh right. Black is a popular.
We've
one.
kicked around some like browns or some other earth tones. The wool that we use is herringbone wool. Comes in a lot of really cool colors. We did the Shields green, which was really popular, so that's always a candidate as well. But no plans right at this moment, but we've been talking about it, and definitely a possibility.
Absolutely.
That seems to be all the questions.
All right. Well, thank you everyone. My watch is not on for joining us. Marquis vest,
Marquis vest,
Helsing and Long Helsing.
Helsing, and
Rook.
the Helsing coat.
Also available. Looking for a
Yes.
Rook. $50 off any Helsing, any Marquis vest.
Mhm.
And we will be
At New York Comic Con. Details forthcoming.
New York Comic Con. And we'll be back next week with some more cool and exciting.
Ooh, yes. New and interesting things next week.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Keep waiting.
Hand over.
Yeah, you're